Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Shumail Sattar, SS Physics, working at Divisional Public School and College, Sahiwal. Students, today we will learn numerical problems from chapter number 3, Dynamics. Before solving these problems, we should know about some important formulae which will help to understand these problems. So first one is force. As we know from Newton's second law of motion that F is equal to ma, where F is force, m is mass and a is acceleration, we can rearrange this formula into two different ways. If we want to calculate acceleration, then we will rearrange this formula and we get acceleration which is equal to force per unit mass. In the same way, if we want to calculate mass, then we can rearrange this formula and we get mass which is equal to force per unit acceleration. We also know that if acceleration is replaced by gravitational acceleration, then force becomes equal to mg. So it means that we also apply this formula where we are given the mass and the gravitational acceleration. Next one is weight. As we have studied the formula for weight, it is W is equal to mg, where W is the weight, m is the mass and g is the gravitational acceleration. So if we want to rearrange this formula to get the value of mass, then we have m is equal to W over g. So we will use these formulas in our problems. We are going to solve numerical problems. So problem number 3.1 is a force of 20 Newton moves a body with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. What is its mass? So before solving this problem, firstly we will write the given data. As we have given the force which is 20 Newton, so we will write F which is equal to 20 Newton. Second, we are given the acceleration of the body which is 2 meter per second square. So we will write acceleration which is equal to 2 meter per second square. And we have to find the mass of the body. So we will write m is equal to question mark. This means we have to find mass in this problem. Solution is by using Newton's second law of motion, we have F is equal to ma. As we have to find out the mass of the body, so we will rearrange this formula and we have m which is equal to force per unit acceleration. Now by putting the values of the given factors, we have m which is equal to 20 which is the value of the force and 2 which is the value of acceleration. So by dividing 20 by 2 we get 10. M is equal to 10 kg. Kg is the unit of the mass. So we get the value of the mass, which is 10 kg. That is the answer. Now we will solve problem number 3.2. Its statement is the weight of a body is 147 Newton. What is its mass? Take the value of g as 10 meter per second square. Again, firstly we will write the given data. As we are given the weight of the body, which is 147 Newton, so we will write W is equal to 147 Newton. Next we are given the value of G, which is 10 meter per second square. So we write G, which is equal to 10 meter per second square. We have to find the mass of the body, so we will write m is equal to question mark, which means we have to find out the mass. Solution is, we know that W is equal to mg, where W is the weight of the body, m is the mass of the body, and g is the gravitational acceleration. As we have to find out the mass of the body, so we will rearrange this formula to get m, which is equal to W divided by g. Now by putting the values of the given factors in this formula, we get m, which is equal to 147, which is the value of the weight, divided by 10, which is the value of g. So by dividing 147 by 10, we get 14.7 kg, where kg is the unit of the mass. So we get the value of the mass, which is equal to 14.7 kg. That is the answer. Now the problem number 3.3 is, how much force is needed to prevent a body of mass 10 kg from falling? Firstly, we will write given data. As we are given the mass, which is 10 kg, so we will write m, which is equal to 10 kg. Next, we already know the value of g, which is equal to 10 meter per second square, and we have to find out force. So solution is F, which is equal to mg, where g is the gravitational acceleration. So to find out force, we have to multiply the value of mass and the value of g. So we will multiply 10, which is the value of mass, with 10, which is the value of g. After multiplication, we get 100 Newton. F is equal to 100 Newton. Newton is the unit of the force. So 100 Newton force is needed to prevent a body of mass 10 kg from falling. So the value of force is 100 Newton, which is the answer. Problem number 3.4 is, find the acceleration produced by a force of 100 Newton in a mass of 50 kg. Firstly, we will write the given data. As we are given a force of 100 Newton, so we will write F, which is equal to 100 Newton. Secondly, we are given the mass which is 50 kg. So we will write m which is equal to 50 kg. And we have to find acceleration in this problem. Solution is using Newton's second law of motion, which is F is equal to ma. As we want to calculate acceleration, so we have to rearrange this formula and we get acceleration which is equal to force per unit mass. By putting the values of the given factors, we get acceleration which is equal to 100, which is the value of force, divided by 50, which is the value of mass. So by dividing 100 by 50, we get 2 meter per second square. A is equal to 2 meter per second square, where meter per second square is the unit of acceleration. So the value of acceleration is 2 meter per second square, which is the answer. Next is problem number 3.5, which is a body has weight 20 Newton. How much force is required to move it vertically upward with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square? In the statement, we are given the weight of the body and acceleration of the body, and we have to find how much force is required to move it vertically upward. So firstly, we will write given data. The weight of the body is given, which is 20 Newton. So we will write W, which is equal to 20 Newton. Next, we are given the acceleration, which is 2 meter per second square. So we will write acceleration, which is equal to 2 meter per second square. And we have to find the force in this problem. Solution is, as we know that W is equal to mg. So for finding force, we know that we need two factors, mass and acceleration. As we already have the value of acceleration, but we do not have the value of mass. So firstly, we will calculate the value of mass from this formula. So by rearranging this formula, we get m, which is equal to W by G. M is equal to 20, which is the value of the weight, divided by 10, which is the value of G. So by dividing 20 by 10, we get 2 kg, which is the value of mass. Now we have both the values of mass and the acceleration. It means by applying Newton's second law of motion, we can calculate the force, which is F is equal to ma. As we have calculated the value of mass 2 kg, so we will put the value of m as 2 multiplied by the value of acceleration, which is also 2. After multiplication, we get 4 Newton, which is the force. But we have to find the force which is required to move a body vertically upward. So now the force required to move the body vertically upwards becomes equal to the weight of the body plus the force we have just calculated. So by adding these two values, we will get the force which is required to move the body vertically upwards. So the force becomes equal to 20, which is the value of the weight, plus 4, which is the value of the force. By adding 20 and 4, we get 24 Newton, which is the value of the force which is needed to move a body vertically upward. So the value of the force is 24 Newton, which is the answer. Now for some self-assessment, I have some numericals for you which you have to solve out for yourself. First one is find the acceleration that is produced by a 20 Newton force in a mass of 8 kg. Given data is, you are given the mass of the body which is 8 kg. So you will write m, which is equal to 8 kg. Next you are given the force which is 20 Newton. So you will write force which is equal to 20 Newton. You have to find the acceleration. So you have to find acceleration. The formula is F is equal to ma. So if you want to find the acceleration, then you have to rearrange this formula, and by putting the values in the formula, you will get the answer of acceleration. Numerical number 2 is a force acting on a body of mass 5 kg produces an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. What acceleration the same force will produce in a body of mass 8 kg? So firstly you have to write the given data. As you are given two different masses, 5 kg and 8 kg, so you will write m1, that is the mass of the first body, which is 5 kg. So m1 is equal to 5 kg and the second body mass is 8 kg. So you will write m2, which is equal to 8 kg. You are given the acceleration of first body. So acceleration of first body is 10 meter per second square. So you will write a1, which is equal to 10 meter per second square, and you have to find the acceleration in the second body. So you have to find a2. In this statement, it is clear that the force will remain same. So the formula will be F, which is equal to m1 a1 for the first body, and F, which is equal to m2 a2 for the second body. Left hand side shows that the force will remain same. So by comparing these two expressions, we get m1 a1, which is equal to m2 a2. As you are given the values of three factors, so you can easily find out the fourth factor, which is a2, by putting the values of known factors in this formula. Now the third numerical is a cyclist of mass 40 kg exerts a force of 200 Newton to move his bicycle with an acceleration of 3 meter per second square. How much is the force of friction between the road and the tires? So firstly you will write the given data. As the mass of the cyclist is given, which is 40 kg, so you will write m, which is equal to 40 kg. Next, you are given the acceleration of the bicycle, which is 3 meter per second square. So you will write acceleration, which is equal to 3 meter per second square. You are also given the applied force, which is 200 Newton. So for applied force, we will write it as F naught, which is equal to 200 Newton. Next, you have to find out how much is the force of friction between the road and the tires. So for that, you have to find out the net force and the force of friction, which is denoted by small f. You have to apply two formulas in this problem. Firstly, you have to calculate the net force, capital F, which is equal to ma, as we are given both the values of mass and acceleration. So you can easily find out the net force by putting the values in this formula. Next formula is net force is equal to applied force minus force of friction. As we have the values of both net force and the applied force, so we can easily find out the value of force of friction by rearranging this formula. So firstly, you have to rearrange this formula to get the value of force of friction. Then by putting the values of net force and the applied force, you can easily calculate the force of friction between the road and the tires. Now, I hope with the help of this video, you will clearly understand the numerical problems and will also be able to solve the numericals of self-assessment. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening.